What's up, everybody? Jaxxsin here, coming at you with little news about the Destiny April update. Now, if you give a shit, you already know about all this. You've already researched it. Hell, you've probably already played it. You know what I mean? If you don't, then you'll maybe get a little information about what's going on over there, what you're missing out on. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do this from 2 points. Okay, I'm going to do this from the perspective of someone who still enjoys Destiny and who is still playing Destiny. And then I'm going to do it from the perspective of someone like me who stopped playing Destiny, no longer gives a shit about Destiny. Is this April update going to make me come back? Because they're releasing a bunch of new free shit. Alright, so let's just jump in, and I'm just going to get started. I'm going to do this from the perspective of someone who's still playing Destiny, someone who still enjoys that game, still likes the grind, you know what I mean? Still having fun and having a good time playing it with friends or whatever, you know what I mean? For them, you're getting new weapons, you're getting new, the light level is increasing a bunch, so there's a whole set of new loot to farm, gear you're gonna have to farm. They're raising the light level and difficulties on several of the new stuff, of the old stuff, like Crota's End raids, shit like that. There's gonna be upgraded, whatever the fuck. So basically what it is it's introducing, a way for you guys to farm more gear, which is awesome because new gear is fun to farm. That's the point of the fucking game, right? Is to get the gear, to get the loot. So you know what I mean? New loot in any perspective. If you enjoy playing Destiny and you're there, because of that, new loot is good loot. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as new bad loot, even if it's crap weapon and you still want to get it. You know what I mean? I remember that stupid rifle that was like pretty much ineffective as fuck unless you were skill shotting the shit out of people in the Crucible. I can't remember what it was, but it was the elephant gun. Irrelevant as fuck. No one ever used it, but you liked it when you got it because it was gold and it was fun to get the gold. Anyway, so you get that. Now there's a new strike, which is, basically kind of like extends the story further, I guess, and like kind of tells what's happening after you've killed Crota or whoever it is, Oryx this time, I don't know. The big demon with the sword. After you've killed him, this prolongs the story, so that gives it new flavor, new story, you know what I mean? There's new ghosts to find, of course, so that means more lore that you can go look at on a website online. Anyway, so like from the perspective of someone who still enjoys Destiny, who's still playing Destiny, this is nothing but goodness, alright? Now, let me get to it from my perspective. Now, keep in mind that my perspective is coming from someone who just doesn't get this stuff, right? Someone who spent $90 and I don't get anything, okay? My $90 is still, a dead game. It's dead, it's done, right? So it doesn't get any love. So, day dude like me, who spent $90 to get shit up to the fucking Dark Below, we're getting nothing, okay? So that's one thing. So with that in mind, keep that in mind. Is this going to convince me to buy the Taken King? Is this going to convince me to come back to Destiny? Okay, let's look at it from my perspective, okay? Do I give a shit about the new strike? We'll start there. Because that's the most substantial thing, right? A brand new strike, they say. It's a brand new strike. It's not a brand new strike. It takes place in Phogos layer. You start there. It's just recycled. It's recycled, Circle of Bones, the moon content. It's shit I've already seen. Yes, I'll be killing new mobs and they'll be in different areas, you know what I mean? And, yes, with the new weapons, I'll have new ways to shoot them, which is, actually from the perspective, if you still enjoy Destiny, that's another aspect of loot. It changes the gameplay, not a lot, but enough to the extent if you're still enjoying Destiny and you're able to get a little flavor out of a new gun, for instance, that shoots a little differently, that's, a little bit different than what you're used to, that's a good thing, right? So this is still these are good things for people who own the Taken King, who are there for the Taken King, that, got a good deal on the Taken King. This is good shit for you. And if you still enjoy Destiny, then hell, this is a way good deal for you. Because this is all sorts of new stuff, new activities, new, challenges to partake in. Guy like me, I see this strike and I look at it as I've been there. I've done that. I know the layout of that area. Like the back of my fucking hand. This is day one content still. I only see day one content. I see reskinned day one content, right? I don't get it. And, you know, I understand that this is like the live team's pet project and shit. What's going on with the rest of them? All right, well, where's the raid? Where's the Mars raid? Where is that? You know, and I know that there's this thing. It wasn't really cut. There wasn't a Mars raid cut. Blah blah blah. It was in work. They was in development. Dude, no. Okay. If you are a sensible human being, you will look at Day One Destiny, and you will look at the budget behind Destiny, and you will not accept that that is all the content they had finished. Alright? There is areas in the fucking dev team's fucking live streams showing off new content. There's shit from before it released. Of areas that they're walking through that don't exist in Day One Destiny. Where are those? Where are those whole areas that were finished enough to the point where a dev would feel comfortable showing it in their live stream promoting the sale of that game? Where he would feel comfortable enough walking around in an area like that. Where's that? What's that? You know, I'm sorry. They've held back. All right? They've held back. And I think that's my biggest issue with this. My biggest issue with this is that it's reskinned Day One content. All right? Like they're bringing back exotics and shit. All right? And another aspect of it that's complete and utter bullshit is the exclusivity of it. Where they're selling shit to Sony. Cutting Microsoft out of things. It's like, I'm sorry, dude. What the fuck? Who do you think gives a fuck about you, Bungie? I didn't know who the fuck you were until I got fucking Destiny. I'll be the first to admit it. You know why? Because I never played Halo, never owned an Xbox, never gave a fuck. Had friends that play Halo, but guess what? We're not talking about is the developer. They're explaining the game to me. So I never knew who you were until that. The people who gave a fuck, the majority of Day One people who gave a fuck, Bungie, who bought your game, were buying it from the Xbox legacy of Halo. That's why they bought it. So fuck those people. Fuck those people, right? They can go buy a fucking PlayStation. But this is not how it works, guys. 90% of the time, you only have money for one console. And what console are you going to get? You're going to get the console you've kind of sort of always had. That's why I've always bought Sony's. I've always gravitated just towards Sony's. First system that my parents bought for me was a fucking Sony. That was my own system. It was a Sony. So that's just what I went back to. Nintendo too. Same thing. Reason we always got the new Nintendo system. We grew up with that shit. Right? So what about these kids that grew up with Xbox, have kids of their own now? And they're buying their kids Xbox Ones. Well, their kids get fucked, because fuck them. Because they have good, fond memories of the system that they grew up with friends, you know, like those memories. Fuck them. Okay? That's another reason I don't give a shit. Because Bungie's still saying fuck you. Alright? They're always saying fuck you to somebody. They never seem to just be able to just stop and say, look, let's make a decision that's good for everyone. Let's release a big portion of what we have saved for Destiny 2. We'll make up the time, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's just give them something substantial that everybody gets. Even if you own just the base edition of Destiny, you get this. Or how about this? With this April content, we sell it for $10, but we give everyone who has had previous Destiny, we just give them the Taken King. Because at this point in the game, we've made so much money off of these microtransactions and the silver and these in-game fucking emotes and these in-game fucking, you know, dances and these in-game fucking rule books for fucking activities that show up once in a blue fucking moon. Let's just give them all the Taken King, sell this new update for fucking $5-10. Maybe we'll see some fucking, you know, love in return for our love. Because I'll tell you what, they gave me the Taken King, they charged me $10 for this update, I would be buying it. They would be seeing money from me. They're not gonna see any money from me. I'm not gonna go out and fucking, I don't even care if I get that cocksucker for $10. I'm not gonna do it. I will not be buying the Taken King. Because this is my point, and it comes down to a simple perspective of pride. All right? My pride will not allow me to give someone money when they have continually said fuck you. And they have. They have. They continually have, and they still are. I don't get access to any of this stuff unless I buy the Taken King. Once again, my game is dead. My game has been murdered. And I spent $90 fucking dollars on it. And I got nothing in return. Nothing. Yeah, I got to play the content that y'all are still playing. Albeit a few new things. Just a few. I don't know what to say about it anymore, guys. I can see it from the perspective of where I was, like, you know, like second, third month when I was in Destiny, and it was still all very fresh and new, and I enjoyed the grind. I enjoyed, you know, getting a new weapon and how that would change and tweak my experience with strikes that I'd already previously played, or raids that I've already previously played, and everything was still kind of new and fresh. But then when I saw what they released with the the Dark Below, and like just the way it was handled, and like just the way everything looked, you know, and that's when I discovered B. Dobbins, man. And I still, like, that dude knows his shit. He's my fucking unofficial Jedi fucking master on this, because he's done the work hard as fuck, dude. And he's, you know, he's proven time and time again before shit has happened, either he's a prophet or he's just done his research. At a certain point, he can only be one of those two things. And since he's clearly not a prophet, he clearly knows his shit. Alright? And you look at the way this has been handled from day one, and you look at how it's been managed and who it's been targeted to. I mean, Destiny has always been targeted to a more casual friendly, you know, someone who can jump in and play it for fucking 2 or 3 hours a day, and that's all the game time they got, you know? And that's fine, man. That's fine, but you need to find a balance between rewarding your hardcore players too. Because I promise you, the hardcore dudes are the ones that are going to drive your end game. I promise you. Casuals will have a kid and sell their shit to make rent. Anyway, guys, that's it for me, Jaxxsin. Those are my 2 cents on Destiny. Bungie's April update. Woohoo. Activision for the win. They are the best. I no longer give a shit. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Happy 420.